Hello, hello. Hello, Dara. Hello, Eleonora. How are you guys? How is everyone? Happy Friday. TGIF, am I right? Best day of the week. Well, aside from D&D day. How is everyone? Today it is... I mean, I feel like I always start off my streams by talking about the weather, but it's actually a very rare warm day today. It's about 20 degrees Celsius, which is the warmest it's been like all year where I am. Actually sunny, blue skies, no rain. Crazy. Actually a bit toasty. And I've been looking forward to it being warm for ages. But then I get flashbacks to Art Fight of last year when my hand was so sweaty in its little drawing glove. So like I'm excited for it to be warm and sunny and summery, but I'm also like, oh, gross. Longer weekend, and next week is longer weekend. This and next week's are pretty good. Plus Pathfinder tomorrow. Yay! Pathfinder for Dara and long weekend. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Had a bit of a long weekend this past week, so that's really nice. It's nice to have an extra day. I've been a bit lazy this week, actually. Kind of. I've not had many commissions. I finished a lot of them in the last couple of weeks, so I've not been doing much commission work, which has left me more time to do other silly stuff. And let me, why don't I show some of this silly stuff. Let me just open up one of my, not that one. Oh, this one. Oh, sorry, I'm just gotta let it load. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on this week. In my off time. Oh, hey, does anyone recognize this boy with the buzz cut? His name is William, and he's so handsome. Like, hey. Hey, Will. It's lovely to see this fellow. He's one of the NPCs for our campaign, and he's a lovely gentleman. Hey. Hey, Kennedy. Nice to see you. Yes, I've been working on some various bits and bobs for him. Drawing some little outfits for him. I have to be very careful what I take off at what time, because he's not got any underwear on. But he got his, like, it's not finished obviously, but it got his like little casual wear, got a nice nice leather trousers, nice little tunic with some gloves in it, and this little leather vest, and of course some armor. This was really the main reason why I did the paper doll for Will, because I wanted to draw him some armor. I wanted to design him some armor, and there's going to be an in-game reason for him to have this. Hopefully, if it works out well. Classic. We love a gorgeous man. Ooh, our show is on. Yes! He is very, very handsome. He looks a bit different to his bust, so I'm going to have to update his bust so it looks a bit more like this, because this is more biblically accurate to what he looks like, I think. Very, very cunty eyes. He's giving a lot. And as you can see, we've got him next to Sano, and they make quite the pair. Giving Enchanted Knight, really. Oh, and he's got a helmet. Wait, let me put his helmet on. There we go. Hell yeah. He's so Russian looking, which is so accurate to who he is, because his name is actually Victor. Now he looks like a Victor, you know? Before he didn't look like a Victor. This this looks like a man whose name is Victor. So yes, I don't know why Sandy's not got any shoes on. I'm not going to talk about that. But anyway, this is not what we're doing today. I just wanted to show you guys because I like showing you my work in progress. And let me know what you guys are working on if you're working on anything, because it's always fun to see what's in progress. No, what we're working on today is also not this guy. I don't know who this guy is, teehee, but he is important actually. We are going to be doing a burst today by popular demand, aka we spun it on a wheel and everyone and well, I say everyone, a few people, most of my audience have quite a strong affinity for green men. They quite love green men. So that's what we're doing. We're drawing another green man today. And this young man is important because this is going to be the son of who I'm drawing. And yeah, so we're drawing an orcish dilf today. Helmet is pretty nice, but no need to hide that face. No, absolutely. Like, don't cover that up. I know you need to protect yourself, but is it even worth it? Is it even worth it? Is it worth protecting yourself if you have to hide the face? I don't think so. So yes, this is just a random NPC, I guess. He's kind of important. We don't know how important he's going to be yet. We've only just met him in game. His name is Kaladak, and he is a counselor for the clan. Like, the clan that's basically in charge of why is this not doing it? Ugh, this always does this. Basically in charge of where we are, the city that we are living in, and a good friend of our patron, Isabella. They're definitely fucking on the side, like 100%. No, he seems like a pretty stand-up guy so far. Again, I only met him one time. Yeah. He's gonna be, I think he's gonna be pretty important soon. I just imagine him without a helmet and his face for protection would just be doing the Zoolander face. Absolutely. It's gonna mug on everyone. They can't hit him if, like, he just looks so pretty. His smolder will break. His smolder will break whatever blade comes this way, you know? Okay. Let's get the rough sketch in for Kaladak. We've been pretty busy in our games the past couple of weeks. And I don't think I really shared much of what happened last week. Which is nice because we just had a session yesterday. And we've learned some things, we've met some people. It's gonna be a good time, it's gonna be a good time. Got some new green faces. And if there's one thing that you guys enjoy, it's green faces. His little tusks in. I want to make him look pretty similar to his son, as you can imagine, but from the description, he's actually doesn't look that much like his son. I think his son takes on a lot of his mother's qualities, which is quite cute, you know. Little mummy's boy, maybe. I drew this guy, his name is Cormac, and I kind of just couldn't resist. I couldn't resist designing him before he had too much of a description. It's been so long since I've designed a character just straight up for fun. I think honestly the last character that I fully designed with like basically no direction, just off my own back, was probably Sunnymarin's friends and family, and that's a long time ago. You know, everyone else has had pretty strong descriptions already, and they've been commissions or whatever. So, you know, and I don't mind that. I don't mind having some direction and some, you know, putting my own twist on people. But it is really fun to every once in a while just go crazy and do whatever I want, which is what I did with with Cormac. And now I have to make his dad look kind of similar. Not too similar. Didn't have to like be exact. So that'd be fun. Been looking through some websites that offer custom keychains because the need to get a Merc GB is too strong. Ah! Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I really need to. Oh my gosh, I really need to get chibi keychains or plushies or something of my Blobos, 100%. I really need a Zephyr one, I think. And I need to do another Sunnymarin one. And then I'd get one of each. The ear fluff looks unique. Thank you. I love the it's my favorite thing about like my version of bugbears. He's half orc, half bugbear, which ever since I drew my first one, Corey, he's they've become like the favorite. They've become the favorite NPC type, the favorite race. Everyone and their mother is a half bugbear, half orc. At this point, it's usually the hot guys. The hot guys are all bugbear, half orc. Like our good friend Kirkus Dracul, who is very popular in in our party. It's really funny. We met up with Mr. Dracul in our last session. If you guys don't recall what he looks like, and I'm sure you do because I show him off almost every week and everyone goes mental about him. Is he? There he is. Oh yes. Kirkus's little chibi, if you guys remember. This fellow, we met up with him we met up with him this week in D&D, and his introduction, he was like dripping wet from the rain. His shirt was like clinging to his muscles. And he had his sleeves rolled up, and it was just, ugh. Like, okay, I get it. You're hot. Understand. It's just really funny. Like full first trap, honestly. So yeah, ever since the first bugbear half orc, like every hot guy has been a half bugbear, half orc, and I really like them because they have really unique little facial hair, and they have I give them the fluff on the top of their ears, and I just think it gives them something a little special. It gives them something a little cute, a little special. You know, it's not just your average pointed ear. It's a fluffy pointed ear. And I think that's quite adorable. Little... little duck. This guy's like in his 50s. So another reason why I was really excited to draw Cormac is that half of the NPCs that I've and PCs that I've drawn in the past in the past couple of months for this campaign have all been 40 years old or older, which, you know, there's not a problem with that. But it just feels like it's been ages since I've drawn any younger folk. So honestly, I really should have saved Cormac for stream, but I just got too excited. Soggy man, yes. Oh, and his little detective office is also his apartment, just where he lives, and it just smells of coffee so strongly. The stench of coffee is like the first thing that hits you. And of course he had like an Irish coffee. Had a coffee with so much alcohol in it. He's just great. I'm really obsessed with this guy. We had a wonderful little chat with him where he basically said that he's hit a dead end with our beloved Quinlan's case so far, because all leads lead back to the Feywild, and you know, he's a PI, he's not a, you know, he can't just go to the Feywild, you know, he's got shit to do. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna have to put this on the back burner. It's really quite funny. Quinlan started freaking out. Apparently Quinlan is quite the little murderer, a little bit of a mercenary, which is something that he had neglected to share with the class thus far. Is that he has quite the body count, and he started freaking out. And he tried to basically attack Kirkus, but not really. It was sort of like he wanted to grab his shirt and like shake him around, and Kirkus was like, no, I don't think so. We had the classic sort of detective scene where the PI goes around and points out like all the things that he's noticed about everyone so far. Instantly clocked Senna as being from the Vale, which is hilarious, because she thinks she's doing such a good job of keeping that hidden, which I don't think is actually working at all. I think that most people probably know. It's probably really obvious to like anyone that looks at her, and it just so happens that people care a lot less than she thought they would, maybe, potentially. I don't know. And you know, he went around the class and he was like, okay, you're from here, you're from here. It's really good. It's really good. He said that Quinlan's not very likable, which is, you know, fair, since Quinlan tried to literally attack him, and it's the second time that they've ever met. And then, before we left, Quinlan was like, hey, do you want to move in with us? We have a spare flat. Like, you can totally move in with us. Like, your place sucks. You seem like such a loser. You're living in this, like, this apartment that you also do all of your work out of, and it's literally leaking. There's like a leak in the roof, and you know, it's a pretty small, you live in a really stinky part of town. This little apartment like above a textiles factory. Like, do you want to move in with us? Which is really funny. It's such a D&D conversation to have, just to meet someone for the second time and be like, hey, do you want to move in? Do you want to move in? Because, you know, why not? It's D&D, life is short. You know, I don't recall Carcass actually straight up saying no, so, you know, maybe. We've got two spare flats, technically. Two spare flats, technically. Although the top floor is kind of sort of a no-go, because that's where Senno lives, and that's where Brannigan's apartment is. And she isn't giving up Brannigan's apartment, but her apartment is a bloody state. There's a horrible symbol like carved into the floor, and half the furniture is broken. Stinks of werebat, you know. It's not a great place to live. It's not the ideal place to move into. I'll say that much. After some research, I found Vogor's website, and they seem pretty good. No AI content policy, entire free shipping. Ooh, that's very exciting. That's very exciting. Merkachibi incoming. Oh, that's so fun. Ugh. No, I really do need some little chibis of my party. The thing is like, what am I gonna do with them? I don't even have a set of keys to my house currently. I gave them to the cat sitter so long ago, and she still has them. Every time I think about being like, oh, maybe we should ask them back, we're like going away again. So she just has them now. She just has my keys. It's okay, she's cool. She's a cool lady. She's a good cat sitter. It's quite hilarious. I'm sure it's fine. I still know who to blame if our house ever gets broken into. What am I looking for? I don't know what I'm looking for, actually. It's actually a very rare occasion where my sketch is coming out alright on its own. Like, what's happening? Usually it takes me way longer to get to this point. I'm gonna lengthen his face a little bit there. I think. And I need to shift his tusks a little bit. You should have much bigger tusks. I always want to make the tusks of orcs like super big. There's a really, I think there's a balance you have to find between tusks that are so big that you can't really operate your mouth and tusks that look really cool. I think some big ones there. Color deck. In orcish culture, in least in our game, tusks are probably the biggest deal. The size of them, the shape of them, how symmetrical they are. And that's why young Cormac has a golden tusk, because his normal tusk got knocked out and got it replaced, because it's kind of seen as real uggo if you don't replace a tusk. If you've only got one tusk, that's like, ugh. If you've got no tusks, that's like, ugh. What the hell? You good? You okay? But you know, silly, superficial, beauty standards, you know how it is. To fix his eye a little bit. Check what they have and order a keychain next time I get paid. Yes! Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Maybe make his nose a bit bigger. So I look at his description. Oh, that's Kirkus. You silly. It doesn't say that he actually has facial hair, which is cool. I'm so excited to meet his son. I don't know when it's gonna be, but hopefully soon. It's because I drew him and I've become very attached to him. Become very attached to this guy, which always happens whenever I design a character. We'll give Color Deck the earrings. There's one catfolk culture that care a lot about their saber cat-like fangs and often decorate them with precious metals. Ah! Teeth fashion at its best! Yes! I love it. I also really love, like, I love the idea of, like, basically, like, grills for your tusks. You know, decorate them with gold and metal caps and stuff. I also really like the idea of like engraving into them. I'm sure that tusks are not as sensitive as regular teeth because they're so much bigger, so much thicker. You knock them on shit. You know, it's not very practical to have very sensitive tusks. So I imagine that because they're so much bigger and everything, that they're probably okay to sort of etch into and like make patterns with, at the risk of damaging them. I'm sure it's quite an extreme sort of body modification for them. I'm sure it happens in some places. A fun little thing about the earrings is that these are basically the same as the notches that Senemirin has cut out of her ears. Let me get a picture of her. Of my baby girl. It's actually quite an outdated picture. I really need to like redo this one, I think. It's quite outdated. But you see she's got these little notches cut in her ear. She's got one on this side and two on this side. And those are traditional orcish body modification to denote stages of life. They believe that that life is sort of separated into 6 stages, and they commemorate those different stages with notches cut out of the ear. However, in modern society, with orcs having integrated into human society and all of this, that practice has sort of died out completely. However, some more traditional orcs, or orcs that just want to, you know, it's quite traditional practice. Trying to keep the old practice alive. They will, instead of cutting notches at the ear, get piercings instead. And it's really just a symbolic thing. In Senno's culture, it actually still means like a measurement of age. But outside, it's really just cultural practice. It's just sort of, you know, coming of age. And so Kaladak will have 5 in his ears. He's got 3 in one ear, 2 in the other. Because he's in the 5th stage of life. And young Cormac only has 3. Because he is in the 3rd stage of life. Almost his 4th stage of life. You can almost get a 4th one. Yeah. Not given many orcs this so far, so I thought this would be a good excuse to bring back a little tidbit of culture. Shrink him down. I think his face needs fixing again. As per. Give him some little wrinkles. So at least he does look older than his son. Maybe I'll give him just like a little beard. I don't know. Maybe some like mutton chops or something. That'd be fun. He's got sort of longer hair that's pulled back. Yeah. Oh, and he's got little glasses on. Gotta get him some little glasses. But first, let's give him some hair. Probably got a bit of a receding hairline. And sort of Tied up founding father style. I love it. This guy's a counselor, so he's like, you know, he's got to look very prim and proper. Which is quite funny compared to his son, who is also prim and proper. He's a commander, but I mean, he doesn't look like much of a commander in this outfit. He probably looks much more like a commander when he's wearing his armor and things like that, but you know. Oh, I think he should have some facial hair, to be honest. What if he had like a little beard at the front? Oh, I think he's gonna look really sus, actually. We're currently trying to decide who is going to betray us out of the three nobles that we've seen so far. There's going to be Isabella, a patron, a human man called Jonathan Quint, who's another counselor, or this guy. Like, who's going to betray us? Because someone's got to, surely. Surely, it can't be that easy, you know? Because, well, it seems that we're coming to the end of our Grey Veil plot, actually. I don't know if you guys remember, but for a while now, Senna Mirren has been dealing with this threat to her hometown known as Grey Veil, which is this nasty, toxic, horrible gas weapon that is being produced, and their first test is going to be in the Vale, which is where she's from. It will kill everyone. We've recently gone to some ruins, and we discovered that there's another threat looming, which is a fanatic cult known as the Cult of the Flame of Ambition, and they have a zombie army, which is really, really good, happy fun. Love that. Quite love that, actually. Yeah, so we've come back from hunting through ruins to discover this cult, and we head back to Isabella, and she tells us that she's basically found where they're planning on making this gas and given us the go-ahead to break into that place and steal the formula and burn it down, which is great news. You know, that's awesome. However, I'm a little bit sus about it. Out of character. Especially after what happened last time. We had a powerful noblewoman be like, hey, don't worry, I'll help you sort this thing out. And then suddenly, well, it wasn't suddenly. We knew that she wanted it, but she wanted the magic sword, and we didn't trust her with it. She could have done whatever she wanted with it, and then she ended up trying to kill us because we didn't give it to her. And I have such a bad feeling about giving these people the formula for this weapon, just because I feel like they're probably going to use it for their own gain. you know, if what they want aligns with what we want, then you know what, it's fine. But what if what they want doesn't align with what we want, then things get a little bit sketchy, you know? So I'm a little bit nervous about it, but Sene Mirren absolutely adores Isabella, and there is no reason why she wouldn't give it to her. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to give it to I'm just gonna have to give it to her regardless of my own suspicions. Gotta love suspicious NPCs. Well, yes, exactly. Isabella is so fierce, but she's also incredibly rich and powerful, and you know, you just don't really know whether or not she's got our best interests at heart. You know, she's she said that this is gonna be the last job. You know, this is the big one. Do this job and we can walk away. We're never gonna have to work again, sort of thing. This is like the job. Which is mostly just because she said that she doesn't want any more of us to die after Brannigan has died. So, you know, she's giving us this last job. Hopefully this Grey Veil thing will be sorted, and then that'll be it. She's not gonna load us with any more she's not gonna load us with any more dangerous work, because clearly she's grown quite fond of us, and she doesn't want anything bad to happen to us like it did to Brannigan. However, it's kind of like it's kind of a double-edged sword, I think, because she's like, oh, it's fine, you can kill whoever you want, you can do whatever you want, burn the place to the ground, do whatever you gotta do. And that, we're like, great, that's cool, but I'm a little bit concerned that it's because she's gonna use us as scapegoats or something like that, you know? Like, we'll get down for it. But maybe she's just really nice and good, and I really hope she is, because I really love her. She's just also deeply suspicious to me, unfortunately. Some healthy suspicion towards NPCs is good, I think. Unless your character does not share those suspicions, I guess, and then all you can really do is scream no as your character does something really stupid. Which is what it's like playing my girl, to be honest. It's like, I don't trust her, but Sane does. So it doesn't matter what I think. It's all about what Sane thinks. Our employer in the Pathfinder campaign finally showed up, turning the last enemy we fought into shadowy mist, ridiculing us for not being subtle about catching his attention. Nobody trusts him fully. We'll see what his deal is tomorrow, though. Oh, exciting! No, that does seem like a really shady way of introducing himself, to be fair. Like, oh, you got my attention, you guys aren't being subtle. Like, okay. And what? What's your problem, bro? Well, I mean, I get the feeling that we're not done with our employer, with Isabella. Not done with her compatriots, because You know, we've only just been introduced to them. So I feel like we're gonna have more stuff to do with them. And, you know, I'm not so sure whether the Grey Veil situation is going to be fully sorted from this either. Just a hunch. It just feels too easy, you know, although it is just a side quest, so it could be anything really. I just feel like it might not be the last we hear about it. We have a lot of campaign left to go. Some wrinkles. Very distinguished gentleman. It's so interesting trying to find the line when it comes to older people. Because you give them one too many wrinkles and they suddenly look ancient. You gotta give them like enough, you know? Yeah, he needs a little bit more forehead. Just like pull that back a bit. I'm really torn on whether or not to give him facial hair. I think the facial hair will, I don't know, age him. I don't know if it'll age him or if it'll make him look younger. He's supposed to be a DILF, so. To be fair, we accidentally opened a rift to the fire plane and some elementals went through and attacked us and the students, but that's a small detail. It's all because of wild magic anyway. Yes, I love wild magic. I love wild magic. Just so much fun. Such a soft spot for anything wild magic related. Anything paladin related. Although I had really nasty homebrew wild magic, so it wasn't like the fun kind of wild magic that's like, you turn into a plant. It was the kind of wild magic that was like, you turn inside out. You turn inside out, everyone can see your organs. That sort of thing. Poor guy. It's really hard to romance someone when you start stinking of rotten meat for a week. Or you grow a face on the back of your face. One wrinkle can add so many years. Yeah. So true. Absolutely can. I like the one where all your fingernails fell off. I forgot about that one. I think I erased that from my memory. That's really grim. I don't understand. I don't understand how Goza ever got into that. They literally got together when my boy was stinking of rotten meat. It's crazy. Bro was so down bad, and for what? This guy who's literally falling apart at the seams. This guy's all of his fingernails fell off. He turned translucent and everyone could see like inside his body. He struck everyone with lightning one time. That was fun. Grew a face on the back of his face one time. That was fun. His hair turned white. That was actually fun. That was actually really nice. I liked that for him. That became a big part of his design. I don't remember some of the other ones. He had wild magic surges a lot. Because, you know, wild magic, I don't even remember what it's called. Ties of Chaos, I think. Gives you advantage on a check if the next spell that you cast causes a wild magic surge. I use that all the time. I was always giving myself advantage on stuff. I was always having wild magic surges. Oh, good times, good times. I miss my boy. I hope to see him soon. I hope he wild magic surges at the wedding of his friends. And the whole place just explodes. Or it's like super gross. Like all his teeth fall out. That'd be really fun. It'd be really fun if all of his teeth fell out and he couldn't do his... He can do a speech or just talk or eat anything. It'd be really good for him. Oh, Dion collected 10 Wild Magic Surge tables. There may be at least 500 effects waiting for us. Oh my god. Are you guys in a like an environment? A wild magic sort of place? Like they do that in Critical Role. It's like if you cast magic, it goes crazy. I really like stuff like that. That's her. His founding father ass ponytail. I was really like like, oh my god, Dad, you're so uncool. I had to give him a little fleck at the front. It looks a bit cooler. Mana wastes. Most of it is filled with wild magic, except for some small pockets around cities where magic works normally, or doesn't work at all. Oh, that's so cool. That's so fun. So you guys are just constantly having wild magic surges every single time you cast a spell. I just love stuff like that. Just so fun, just so quirky. I think I just love gambling. I think I'm just really into gambling. I love to roll on a table and have something crazy happen. I love a high risk, high reward situation. Which I think is why I enjoy playing Cinnamon so much. Because she's like any reward, any risk. Any tiny reward is worth like any level of risk. She's just crazy. She touches everything with her bare hands. She's going to get cursed. I mean, she already is cursed, technically, but she's going to get cursed again. If she's not already double cursed. She's just... I'm really excited for the day that she goes too far, I guess. Because I think it's going to be a good day for me. Bad day for her, probably, but it's going to be really interesting. And scary. And hopefully she doesn't die. It's a place that got created because necromancers and wizards fought each other. It was taking too long, so the leaders started throwing wish spells at each other. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Oh, so it's like, it's the hypothetical of like, oh, why doesn't everyone just end a war using wish? It's like, okay, well, let's just see what happens. That's the thought experiment. That's so fun. We love being super cursed. Yes, absolutely. Why be just a bit cursed when you can be super mega duper cursed? Like, why not? If you're already cursed like a little bit, if you already got one curse, you might as well go for another one. You know, I can get double curse, I can get cursed by an object. I could be cursed by addiction if I wanted to be. I got a bit crazy with the mana. Something that I really struggle with busts, I think, is making the shoulders like big enough. These guys are really broad. These are big dudes. These are big dudes. And it just doesn't really come across when you only see their shoulders. I feel like if I make the shoulders too big, then it's just gonna look like a bit whack, but I don't know, maybe I just gotta commit. See where it goes. Merge this to liquefy. I'm excited because I now know where my Goliath bard will be used next. Descent into Avernus campaign. I'm sure he will get into trouble. He's not going to be very smart. Basically Grog, but as a bard. Yes! I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, I really want to play a stupid character. I really want to play a stupid character. I think just be really fun. It's honestly, I've never had more fun. That's a lie. I've had so much fun with all of my characters. But I have such a soft spot in my heart for my himbo bards. Like really stupid guys. Like Athos and Nerev. They're both so dumb. And I just love that about them. But it was easy to play dumb characters back then because I didn't know anything about the lore. So like I didn't know anything in real life, so I could be like, oh yeah, I just don't know anything. And that was fine. But nowadays I just know, I know too much about the lore and my brain just like, I was just connecting stuff to other stuff. Pattern recognition and stuff like that, so I just can't stop myself from saying it if I think it. It's pretty tough. Plus I write all the notes, so it's really hard to not be aware of what's happening at all times. Especially when other members of the party don't read the notes. And so it's kind of left to me to remember stuff. But maybe it would force them to, you know, pay more attention and be more on the ball if I stopped. If I stopped making all the connections and reminding everyone of everything. If I played a dumb character. I just excused myself from thinking for an entire campaign. I just wonder what would happen. I'm not sure I could cope. I'm having a lot of fun playing a smart character, to be fair. Especially a character that's so much smarter than I am. Because I can, if I come up with something, if I think of something, I can basically always say that Senna Mirren would have thought of it. Because if I can think of it, she thought of it, for sure. She's so clever. I think I'm gonna play a monk next campaign, which I think will be really fun. You know, do super spellcasty. I'm definitely gonna miss it because I love spellcasting so much. I love getting weird and wonderful with my spells. But I also really like the idea of just punching away my problems. So why not, you know? My favorite thing about monks. They see a big scary monster and they're like, I'm gonna punch it. I'm gonna punch it. Don't worry about it. And they'd be right. You know, it works for them 90% of the time. Oh. Okay, give him like a bit of a tunic. Like a shirt that's like tucked in, maybe? I don't know. I'll leave it like kind of sketchy. I kind of like the sort of sketchier line art these days. Like a bit of a... I'm gonna give him like a bit of a tie sort of situation. And he should probably have tattoos, because that's very traditionally orcish. I kind of have it in my mind that these two gentlemen are quite proud of their heritage. So I thought it'd be nice. I thought it'd be nice if Cormac was very proud of his heritage, but he probably got that from somewhere. Probably got that from his dad. Could have got it from his mum, to be fair. Maybe Colour Duck has had to rein it in a little bit to get where he is. Or maybe not. Probably has something. Maybe just a very simple sort of geometric shape. Bit old-fashioned, you know. Sort of ages him. You have Cormac's got he's got two ravens on the sides of his neck, and the wings sort of almost touch in the center, because they are part of the Rowan clan, and their symbol is the raven. Which is cool, super cool. So they have sort of two avenues to be sort of proud of where they come from. Because they can be proud to be Clan Ralvin, and they can also be proud to be orcish, goblinoid. And I think they do both very well. Let's give him... Imagine these are like little readers, so I kind of want to have them like super low down on his face. He's like peeking over them. I think they would be little sort of like rectangular specks. Very distinguished. They're really wonky. Don't mind that. Just ignore that. Just ignore how wonky they are. It's fine. Oh, and it definitely has like a little chain on them. Yeah, give him another little loose piece of hair. I think that the quickest way to make someone look hotter is to give them a little like flicky piece of hair in front of their face. It's just instant. Okay, another question is facial hair or no facial hair? Let's have a look. I'm not sure if the facial hair is like doing too much with also the glasses. And the like longer hair. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or maybe like no, I feel like no mustache would look kind of weird, but maybe it's actually fine. Maybe it is fine, actually. If punching doesn't fix the problem, you just need to kick. No, that's so true. If punching doesn't fix it, then you just need to kick. And if that doesn't work, then stunning strike. You know? And if that doesn't work, then run away with your a billion feet of movement speed. You just can't lose as a monk, you know? Need to... So distinguished. Eee, thank you. I quite like that Cormac looks a little bit more rebellious. I think he can definitely scrub up. He can definitely scrub up really nice. Actually, I put quite a lot of thought into designing Cormac, especially when compared to William. I think it looks better with the facial hair, says Dara. Yeah, I think it might. I don't know, he looks really clean and polished, like that. And then with the facial hair, he looks a bit more Dilfy. You know, I think no mustache, because I think there'd be too much going on the upper lip if he had a mustache, which feels wrong. It does feel wrong to do, but I think it actually will work out quite nicely. I need to make his jawline like come back a bit more. So tuck that up. So yeah, Cormac is like a commander, so he's a warrior, and he's from Clan Ralvin, and you know that's a lot of similarities with our beloved William so far, right off the bat, other than being like orcish. You know, he's not royalty by any means, is Cormac, but you know, he's important. He's sort of well off, probably. And so I thought it would be really interesting. I think it would give both boys more of a chance to shine if they were basically each other's opposites. So William is a very practical guy. He keeps everything sort of close, very neat, very prim, proper. He's got a buzz cut. He doesn't wear jewelry because it might get caught on stuff. You know, all of that. He's not very expressive, partially because he has this big curse on him that means that he can't feel anything. Which, you know, is pretty rough. And he's also William's also hiding his lineage. He's hiding the fact that he's a prince. He's pretending to be someone else. All of that sort of stuff. So I made sure that William's pretty humble and just quite honorable and charitable. He's a very he's very knight in shining armor. That's like his whole thing, really. He's like the perfect embodiment of a knight. And so yeah, with Cormac, I made him a bit prouder. Design-wise, I made sure he was very proud to be a bugbear, very proud to be orcish, very proud to be part of Clan Ralvin. Sort of wears it as a badge of honor. He's obviously very, very capable to be in the position that he's in at such a young age. You know, maybe he has a bit of an ego about it. Maybe he's a little bit more reckless. You know, he's got his hair a bit longer. He was reckless enough to lose a tusk, which is not an easy thing to achieve. You know, tusks are built pretty sturdy, so you don't lose them very, very easily. So he's definitely, you know, made a couple of mistakes in his life. And you know, he just doesn't have, he doesn't exhibit like rebellious, a little bit edgy, a little bit shady, which I'm sure he's not, but he just looks that way. And I feel like he can turn it on and he can turn it off, probably. I think he's just a guy who knows how to switch off and have fun, which is something that I think William quite struggles at. William sort of is always on the lookout for the next horrible thing that's going to happen, it seems. You know, he has fun, but he doesn't get like crazy about it. And I feel like Cormac probably gets crazy about it. Gonna make these glasses a little bit bigger. I think they're very itty bitty. And do like a little chain on them, I think. Just like a little, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Love it. Okay, okay. Let's take the glasses off for a second. Let's color him in. It's very grayish green skin. I think they could be related. What do you guys think? I'm trying to decide if they look close enough to be related. Just make sure they're like the same size. Gosh, I think I need to make him even broader. That's crazy. Maybe I just need to make Cormac a bit bigger. Let's flatten his hair a little bit. Something I've been thinking about a lot today is I think about this quite a lot just in general. Is how my other characters would react to certain situations. And I think this comes into the counselors being a bit shady type of thing that I was talking about earlier. But in our last session and the session before, we came across a town. We had visited it on the way to this elven tomb that we were visiting, and on our way back we discovered that the town had been burnt to the ground and this cult had taken over. They had basically turned everyone to zombies and killed everyone, and it was crazy. They left behind a devotee of this cult and he was mad. Ended up killing him, and you know, we moved on. And our characters, we just sort of left the town how it was. And I was just thinking that, like, the characters from our last campaign probably would have stayed and ensured that everyone was buried properly, like they all got their rights and stuff. I know that Zafir definitely would have. He would have consecrated the ground and performed a ceremony and said last rites for every single person that he could find. Wouldn't have just like left the town as it was, you know? not the way that Split Fang have. And I know that his bestie Christine probably would have done the same thing. Would have done it together. And yeah, just interesting. And I know that with this whole Grey Veil plot and giving the formula over to Isabella, I feel like our last party would not have done that. We haven't done it yet, so it might not. Might see what happens, but it's so interesting to think about because I know for a fact that the Tavern Smashers would not give Isabella this formula. They would destroy it themselves because the only people that they would trust to destroy it is themselves. That's literally how the ending of that campaign went. It's like the only person they could trust with the sword was themselves, and they almost died because of that. And they killed like a lot of people to ensure that that was the case, that they ended up with that sword because they couldn't trust anyone else with it. And they were just naturally quite suspicious people, I think. And in a way, so was Split Fang, but I don't think they've... I don't know. I think the person who was the most suspicious of people was our paladin, but that player no longer plays with us, so you know, we've kind of lost that voice of reason. So now we only really have like one reasonable person in the whole party, and it's, you know, it's easy for that one voice to get drowned out with a bunch of reckless little freaks. And it's just so interesting. They look pretty similar. Yeah. I do think they look okay. They look fairly similar. I think I need to thin out some of this lineup. Actually, compared to Mr. Cormac. Oh, that sounds like a pretty fun roleplay exercise. Something to do to get to know each other's characters better. Yes, absolutely. It's just so interesting, like if there was a parallel universe where your parties of characters swapped, like how would they react to certain situations? What choices would they make in those situations? And another one I really like to do is like, would your current character like your previous characters or vice versa? Which I always think is a really fun one to do. I think that, I don't know. I don't think Zafir would dislike any of Split Fang off the bat, but I think plenty of them would dislike him. I think I don't know. I think Senemirin would really dislike Zafir, but I don't think he would mind her so much. I think he would be very concerned about her because he's a very careful person. He's very concerned with keeping everyone alive. Very self-sacrificial sort of person, whereas Senno is a very selfish person and also very eager to put her hands on things that she shouldn't. something as simple, really, as in the last campaign, there was a puzzle there was a pirate puzzle that it was literally just a table with a choice. You could either pick up a bronze coin or a copper coin that had basically no worth, or you could pick up this beautiful gilded star box that was definitely worth like quite a lot of money. And at the time in that campaign, my boy Zafir, he didn't let anyone else get near to this puzzle because he was certain that it was a trap. And he went over there and he picked up the bronze coin first. He just turned it over. He wanted to see what it was, what it did, and that was the correct answer. And we discovered during the ensuing fight, when some people showed up, that picking up the star box led to the floor collapsing. And if Senna Mirren was in that situation, she 100% would have picked up the star box first. And she would have fallen to her death. Or she would have turned into a web app and flew out. But, you know, just even like the smallest of decisions like that, my characters would have made completely different choices. And I think that's so fun. I think that's so fun. And I think it's a really good I don't know, if you're the sort of person that wants to make sure that each of their characters are very, very different to each other, I think that's a cool way of sort of checking in to see if your characters tend to like be the same thing every time, and you don't want that, because I don't think there's a problem with playing basically the same character every time. It's not a bad thing, I don't think. If you're having fun, you know. But if you wanted to make sure you weren't doing that, I think that's a really cool way of figuring it out. Or if you just want to make sure that you're playing something different for once, you know. Most of my characters are on the good side. I think Bruma might be an exception, but that's simply because he'll be stupid. I love it. I love it. I think most of my characters do lean towards good. Senna Mirren is probably the character who is the least good that I've played for a substantial period of time. I've played one-shot characters that are technically evil, they do evil things, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't play them long enough, and it's sort of a gimmick, you know, to be evil in that sort of situation. I think Senna's my character with the worst morality, and she just so happens to be on the right side of history, I think, is the thing. People tend to agree with her just because she happens to be on the right side, but if she wasn't, it would be, you know. It's just like, she just cares about what she cares about, and it just so happens that you know, a bunch of really evil people are trying to destroy her home and things like that. And that's, most people would disagree with that, you know. Most people would agree that destroying an entire civilization is bad. So she just so happens to be on the right side of history for that one. But she could have just as easily been on the wrong side. You know, if this was a situation about doing the same thing to like the church of the lady, you know, she'd be totally on board, and then it'd be kind of weird. She's just gotten lucky so far. I think. I don't know, she has some bouts of kindness, which I think is really cute. It's really fun. I'm not sure it's fun to play a super evil character all the time. You gotta have bonds. Not that Senna is super evil, but you know. I feel like I did my sketch like so quickly, and now I'm trying to do the shading and there's like no time at all left. How did that happen? I was just yapping. I think I was just fiddling around for so long with his face. A little shadows in. It's actually getting pretty close to art fight. I'm a little bit... I feel like it's really gonna sneak up on me, actually. So I joined art fight last year on a whim. So I prepared my references literally the week before it was due to start. Luckily I already had quite a lot of references prepared, because I just like to draw paper dolls of my characters, and they make perfect references. But I feel like this year I have to, you know, I have a year's worth of notice, so I feel like I need to actually put something into it. But I have a feeling that it's just going to sneak up on me. I'm not gonna have anything prepared. And I'm wondering which characters I should include in my art fight this year. I'm quite excited for it. And I'm also double excited because art fight was when I first started streaming. My first ever streams were art fight revenge streams, so I'm really excited to get around to doing those again. I feel like I should do something special because it'll be like a year of streaming finished, but I don't know what. I guess just making sure I do all of your guys' characters. really like the kind of splotchy blush that I've got going on for him. Sorry, I just sneezed. Bless me. I used to have people make fun of my sneezes all the time. Because I have a really like, I have one of those really sort of like high-pitched cutesy sneezes. I used to have boys make fun of my sneeze all the time. They're like, oh my god, you're doing that on purpose. You're doing cutesy sneezes on purpose. Like, shut up. That's quite funny. I was like, no, it's not fake, I promise. I just sneezed like that, I'm sorry. I didn't try to have a cute sneeze. Like a little baby sneeze. It's not my fault. Let's put eyebrows in. Something I didn't really think about when I designed Cormac is I gave him grey irises because his dad has grey eyes, but his dad has normal coloured sclera. So I guess maybe the gene for the sclera is a different gene to the eye colour itself. I wanted to give him grey eyes because everything else about Cormac just does not match with his dad at all. He got so many of his mum's genes. Which I think is really cute. You know, especially if his mum's like not around anymore, which I kind of figure that she probably isn't, considering that his dad is definitely doing it with Isabella. Which I'm sure is not awkward for him at all, actually. I'm sure that's really nice. I'm sure that's really nice for Cormac. Poor kid. I say poor kid, he's like 30 years old. He's older than me. Poor kid. Poor baby. Poor baby grown adult man. Brighten up his eyes a little bit. The black sclera just really makes the grey eyes like so... They just pop. They look so bright. They look so dull on his dad. A little shine. Deepen his wrinkles a little bit. A handsome man. I can't believe my usual orc fanatics aren't here to witness this. Like the two people who are usually here that go crazy for the orcs are actually missing this orcish delf. It's such a sad sight. Oh well, I'm sure they'll be here next week. I'm sure they'll see this later. And they'll be thrilled, hopefully. Hi, and if you're watching from the future. Missing out for sure. Thank you, Dar. Yeah, they totally are. I don't know what's more important than hanging out here with me, but you know, I'm sure it's important, whatever it is. I think I'm gonna give him a little bit more blush. I just think he needs slightly rosier cheeks. And slightly darker under the cheekbones. Ooh. Oh, it's coming together now. In the last 15 minutes, which is always the case. Always the case. It only comes together in the last 15 minutes, so everyone who sort of dipped earlier on in the stream has no idea. I have no idea. Some little scars. Just the way for orcs, really. The finish line. Yeah. Absolutely. And then I guess maybe we'll spin the wheel for next week. I have to write a wheel really quick. I say spin a wheel, it's really just flip a coin. It's really just flip a coin because it's I think next week I'll either do chibis again or I will work on the armor of the cult. Do whatever the wheel says, probably. Unless anyone here has any objections to using the wheel and has any preferences. I do like to know these things, you know, what you guys prefer. I do quite like the chibis, they're very fun. But I also very much like drawing armor, and I think it'd be really, really cool. The description of the armor is really cool. So it's very tempting to do. But I can always do the armor off stream and then show it on stream as I do. As I tend to do. Both are good, but I do have a chibi bias. Yes! I do think they're really cute. And it's sort of good advertisement. Yeah, because I definitely do want to do more chibis. As commissions. Because they're just so cute. They're so cute. I love them. And you know, I'd have to do Cormac as a chibi probably, and I have to do Mother as a chibi. I can do a bunch of other freaks from the last campaign as chibis. And then we can all have a debate as to who I should buy as a keychain. It just come out so cute. I wish I could make a little Funko Pop. One of the other players was like, about the Kirkus chibi. Like, oh my gosh, I would love to have this as a Funko Pop. Oh, have I shown the Will chibi? Oh, I think I must have. I think I did that last week. Or maybe I didn't. Isabella MILF Chibi one. I don't know. I think, I'm not sure if I've shown the Will Chibi, but here he is. He's really cute. Like, hey! He's such a cutie. I love him. Oh, just so cute. I love his little sleepy eyes. That's the Carcass Chibi. So that's the one that there we are. Let's bring him back. And this is the chibi that one of the other players is like, I want to see this as a Funko Pop. I'm not into Funko Pops, but I want this as a Funko Pop. Because he's just so cute. It's just so cute. Oh, Will looks adorable. I really like him. I think it really captures his essence. He's a very moody little guy. Little guy. Ooh. I would actually quite like to do an Isabella chibi. But we'll have to see, like, will she betray us or what? Where's Isabella? Isabella MILF. Yoo-hoo. Don't need to see Isabella actually. She can stay where she is. I've just sort of locked back in and I've realized how much of a DILF this guy is. It's kind of like, I'm not sure if he's actually giving that much. I took a moment, I looked away at the chibis and I've looked back. Like, goddamn, okay. Like, yeah, I see it. I think I see it. I don't know, do you guys see it? On a scale of DILF. How DILFy is this guy? Because he's got to be extremely. Nice grey hairs. Yeah, maybe I'll do chibi next week. Another little guy. I just think they're so cute. The silver streaks definitely do it. Yeah. Like all of a sudden he's become such a silver fox. Like, hey. This always happens though. There's always just a phase where it just suddenly becomes like it. This little grey. Like, oh my gosh, hey. You know what? I trust him. I think it's actually fine. I think I trust this guy. I think everything will be fine. I don't think he would possibly betray us. How could he? He's so hot. Got to give him his jewelry. I've given them gold jewelry because the Clan Ralvin is symbolized with a golden raven. I'm not actually sure if that's like their color. Might be silver that's their color. You know, gold raven, it's close enough. I think gold looks good on them. Gold definitely looks good on Cormac. So, you know, it's gotta happen. Give him from his little tattoos. And the fun, I don't have a tattoo design in mind, so I just sort of do shapes and hope it comes out okay. Like, what's your tattoo of? I don't know. It kind of looks like a bridge. Which, to be fair, some of Senno Miran's tattoos look a bit like architecture. Which I feel like that is... I feel like that is for the... It's sort of a way of symbolizing Zamrak and a way of symbolizing the underworld. Because it is believed that when orcs die, they go to a place known as the Iron Palace, which is like this great big structure. It's this great big structure that their god built, because he's the god of the forge as well, and it's basically like suspended in air in the underworld below the ground. And so I feel like sometimes they have tattoos that are kind of supposed to symbolize what they think the Iron Palace might actually look like, which just tends to be some sort of grand architecture, some masterwork. God of the Forge, I mean, it's gonna be good, whatever he makes. Oh my gosh, I got like 4 minutes. This is crazy. Well, let me... give his little vest a bit of something. Kind of put them in the same colors. Just totally on purpose. Let's give him a bit more of like a shirt, just a regular little shirt. Oh, but then he's gonna look like a school teacher. Hang on. Maybe black. Oh, this is hard. It's hard to find the balance between school teacher and waiter. A counselor. How do I find this? How do I find this? Maybe it's green. Maybe it's green that we need. Or like a nice blue, maybe. Or maybe it just needs to not be a shirt. Like a shirt, but not the collar. And then a nice deep burgundy. It's like a fancy color. I think it needs some buttons or something. But you know, it's just a bust. Who really cares what he's wearing, honestly? Who really cares? I think some gold trim. Maybe make it. I don't know. It'll do for now. It will do for now. I didn't really think much about his outfit anyway. Before we started, I just kind of threw something together. I can't stop from giving my characters high collars. We should do the gold. We should do the gold really quick. Really quick. Some green in there. Oh, okay. And then he's got his little glasses. He's got his little glasses, which I don't have time to do. But let me just like... the glasses make him look so distinguished. A bit like a librarian. It's giving. I think it's certainly giving. Give him some lenses really quick. Even though the glasses are not shaded in any way. Okay. I think this might be where I have to leave it. But what do you guys think? Do you think he looks similar to his son? Do you think that he's Dilfy? Do you think I've succeeded in my mission? Let me know. I'd love to know. I think he's pretty Dilfy, in my personal opinion. But it's hard to tell without my green fanatics going crazy in the background. Yes to all. Yay! What a lineup. I think you could imagine these are father and son. I think it's really interesting how much warmer of a palette Cormac has to his dad. But you know, clearly he's just a mama's boy. Clearly he just takes after his mom. Yes to all. Woof woof buck buck. Woof woof buck buck. Now that's a counselor. I think this is someone that Isabella could share her bed with, certainly. And you know that woman has fine taste. Like, wait, let me get her up. Let me get her up, let me find her. I have to find her now. Oh my gosh, where is she? Did I name the document something really weird? Oh, there she is. He's a very handsome man. Yay! Like, you could see those two together. Like, hey. Here's the lineup. Hang on. some random NPCs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What a beautiful dinner party to be invited to. This is the dream. This is where I want to end up. I feel like the stream is really chill. You know, kind of low energy, but quite relaxing, quite nice. I hope everyone had fun. I know I certainly did, as always. Still has a little bit of work to do, but I think I can call it there. Yay! I think I've decided that next week I'm gonna do some more chibis. Because they're just so cute. They're just so cute. Like, look at this. Look at this little baby. Look at this little baby. I want another one. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. And we have to turn the mother. I have to turn the mother into a chibi for sure. She deserves one. Isabella deserves one. I could make... Who else could I make into a chibi? I could make Zafir into a chibi. I could make Cormac into a chibi. I could make... I could make another chibi of Senna. I could make a chibi out of anyone. They're just really cute. They're really cute. So yeah, I think next week we'll do chibis again. I'll see if I can do more than one next time. Because I feel like it's such a bummer when I can only do one. But it's really nice to have it sort of come together, to start with nothing. Because if I sketch them out ahead of time, then you'll already know how cute it's gonna end up. All the GBs. I know I spent most of my time lurking, but I had a good time nonetheless. Yay! I'm so glad to hear it, Eleonora. Sad boys deserve a little whimsy. No, that's so true, Dara. That's so true. I need to give my saddest boy a little bit of whimsy. I would really like to see the Tavern Smashers actually as TVs. I think they deserve it. I think they deserve it. I can do one of... Actually, I can't. I really need... two of the characters from our last campaign are getting married. Their names are Cordelia and Eddie. And I'd just love to do them in their, like, bride and groom outfits. But I know they're gonna wear something really ridiculous, and I don't know what that's gonna be yet because the session hasn't happened yet. So I guess I have to wait. I guess I have to wait before I can draw them in their bride and groom outfit. But I think it'd be really funny. We could have them as cake toppers. It'd be so cute. Oh my gosh, I should do chibis and then have them as cake toppers for my future wedding. That'd be adorable. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll leave it there. Thank you Skada and Dara and Kennedy and anyone else who has... Oh, and Eleonora. So sorry, Eleonora. And anyone else who has popped in or been lurking. It's been so much fun to hang out with you guys, as it is every week. Take care of yourselves, play some D&D, and I will see you all guys next week. Okay, bye! Bye everyone!